My name is Zora Martin Felton. I was living in Anacostia and working at the Southeast Neighborhood House. I was asked by the Smithsonian to convene a group of neighborhood people. They wanted to come and talk with us about the possibility of uh, opening a neighborhood museum. And that was the first that I heard about the museum. It was a new creature that would come into our neighborhood. I can't say that all of us were museum goers, but the idea of having something of our own within walking distance was very appealing. I worked with John Kennard at the Southeast Neighborhood House, and when he was chosen as the director, uh, I called him and said I'd like to work there. And he said, yes. I knew most of the people who came to the museum. I'd been working with folk at Southeast Neighborhood House, uh, the teachers, the children, the other institutions, so that many of the same people were coming to the museum, and it was an exhilarating experience to be a part of something that we were able to mold and shape. I was in charge of the education programs, did tours myself, planned programs for children, teenagers, and for adults in the community. We did not, we didn't come to the museum as change agents. The museum was open to everyone. There were over 100 people who came to our advisory committee meetings. They just walked in the door and participated in the conversations, so that they were growing and developing something of their own. And the fact that everybody who worked at the museum, there were maybe 4 or 5 of us, lived in the neighborhood and knew our neighbors was a plus. And I think that we all had the interests of the neighborhood, uh, uh, people who lived around us at heart. We worked long hours. Uh, our official hours were from 9 until 5, but we often came in before 9 o'clock, and we worked until the end of the day, which might be 10 o'clock, even 12 or 1 o'clock, when some of the neighborhood groups had their meetings, and we stayed until they would never put anybody out or tell them it was time to go. Uh, it was their museum. It wasn't ours, it was their museum. I think that's how uh, we felt about it. The Youth Advisory Council, they, they were young people who lived in the neighborhood. Most of them were attending Anacostia High School. They elbowed their way into the museum's hierarchy. They spoke with John Kennard, the director, frequently, let him know what they wanted to do and how they wanted to do it, and had the assistance of the staff who trained them in a lot of museum work. They learned how to silk screen. They learned how to uh, develop develop exhibitions. They learned how to, well, they were on their way to becoming museum professionals. Sadly, many of the folk I started out with are gone. John Kennard, who was the guiding light of the museum, left us. Jim Mayo is gone. Milton Jones, who suggested that we do the Lorton Reformatory exhibition, is gone. And there are so many others whom I could name. I wish they could be here for this 50th anniversary to see what it was that they had a part in starting. The people from Yak are still here. I still regularly talk with them, and they're doing well.